So, I mean, did you, at least at first glance, did you get some questions answered today in the last scrimmage?
Well, it was an interesting day. It's almost a tale of two stories. So today, the defense was not good. Offense was very productive, which is alarming and yet good. So I think it just shows our team that, if everyone doesn't come ready to play and not all 11 guys are on the same page, playing their tail off, we can be in for a long week. So our guys just need to understand that. That's football. While our defense has practiced well and had a great scrimmage last week, this was not a good day. So we've got to learn from it. We've got to make sure that we try not to allow it to happen again, and we've got to push forward.
What did the offense do well today?
Well, we actually threw the ball very well today and then had way too many plays up the field. And, quarterbacks, receivers stood out, did a good job. And, it was a productive day for them, but not for the defense.
I mean, quarterback-wise, are you any closer to making a decision? You said you may make an eternal one.
Well, we've all of our quarterbacks have done well. Michael's been out with a little bit of an issue, toe issue that he's getting over. So today it was Jack, Aiden, and Austin, and they all three played well. So today was a good day for quarterbacks.
That offensive line, you keep talking about wanting to be more physical. Did you have your front? Is like Hartwig and Craig all right? And you must have ran the ball pretty well.
Well, we're getting those guys fully healthy. I think by next week we should be close to where we want to be at. We're working hard on gaining yards rushing. Progress has been made, but like everything, we've got a ways to go. There's certain guys up there we've got to keep healthy, and they've got to play well for us. And the backups just got to continue to improve.
Are you still open to the idea, you are every year, I think about playing multiple quarterbacks in a game that's not injury related? Are you still keeping that option on the table for you?
Yeah, we'll always be open to that. I think all these guys can do some different things. They all understand the offense now. While we could play one, we could play multiple. So we'll just kind of see how that goes, and every game week will determine if we have a small package here and there for someone else. And then, like everything, they're all competitive. They've done a good job, and we feel confident if they have to go in the game, which can be a problem, but it's a good problem to have for us as a team to have capable quarterbacks that have improved every week that we feel can help us win.
Is DeMarcus Mitchell back doing stuff now?
Yes, DeMarcus Mitchell was back, and we're easing him into some things, but yes, he was back, and we've got to continue to push that forward.
What did you work on situation like red zone? I mean, can you kind of give us an idea what those?
Well, we started off with some move the ball periods where we're moving the ball up and down the field on drives, and we worked through mechanics of getting signals in and relaying that in, and personnel and all those things. We had our headsets on up in the press box, some of the coaches, the others on the field. That was a big emphasis. It was heavy special teams as well, from everything from kickoff to kickoff cover, kickoff return, punt return, field goals, and PATs. We went into the red zone. In that area, we did a special segment, even though we got some into the ball of just third downs and working that element. We did a 2-minute drill, which actually the defense did a decent job with the 2-minute drill. So we did two-minute drill drives. We did what we call a coming out drive, where we're backed up at the -1, -2, and trying to stuff them in the end zone, not give up the big play, and get the ball out. So quite a few of the situations were.
Did the defense not just be aggressive, or kind of what's your issue with how they played today?
You know what? We gave up some big plays up the field. I think a lot of it was mental bust. For whatever reason, I have to look at the film. So I think it was a combination of us making good plays and them getting beat, but I think a lot of it was some mental bust where we weren't on the same page with some shifts and motions and things that happened, and that made it look worse than it was. So, I'll look at the film and see, but our guys and coaches and players understand that today was not a good day on defense, and we've got to improve on that.
Kickers and punters. I mean, you mentioned you worked on that today. Any feedback on how that's progressed?
Well, I think the punting situation has gone like we thought. Trying to think. Jack Ansel has done a good job. Cropsey has been a good backup, and we've got Collins as well. And really, all three of those guys, probably in that order, have been fairly consistent. When when I say that, we haven't had a lot of shanks and things that really are going to cost us, so that's been good. And on field goals, PATs right now, we've got Mitchell Finneran and Freehill as the backup, and Dellinger third, and that's the order. And those guys started off really hot. There's been a few ups and downs here lately, but that's part of it. We just got to work through it. They definitely have the ability. It's just about getting the confidence and going out there and believing you can get it done. But they definitely have the ability, and I think they can play well.
Jamari Brown, how close is he to getting back?
Jamari Brown has been in the mix some, so he should be fully back healthy. He did play some today as well.
Marvin Grant?
Marvin was back this week, and he's got to be a productive player for us. And he's one as well that when he knows what to do, he can be very effective. But he's got to just make sure that we're sound, and he's the quarterback of the back end, and that he fully understands the package and how to execute it.
Do you anticipate the guys that have come up with some nicks and bruises in camp that they'll be good to go for the first game, assuming they get through the next 2 weeks? I mean, you'll be as close to 100% as possible. I know maybe Antonio Stevens probably won't be back, but do you feel like you'll get everybody back you need to get back?
Well, like every year, you'll probably have 90 to 95% back. To say you're going to have 100, probably not. So there might be a few that can't make it back, but that's every year, and we've got to deal with it. So we'll the guys out here are working hard. A few that are injured, we want to get back as fast as we can, but. Beginning of the year, you'd like to have close to 100%, somewhere in that 90 to 100%, and we're somewhere in there, so that's good. And then we've just got to, as the season goes on, try to stay around that number. And if we dip below, other guys have to step up and play well.
What's next, Jeff? School starts Monday. Kind of give us an idea what's around the corner.
Well, I think our guys need to really analyze and watch the video, our coaches and players, and make sure that we fully understand what we've done right and what we did wrong, and we got to learn from it. They got to get back to a normal routine of going to class and doing schoolwork and trying to excel in the classroom, and also, setting aside time to still do football and make sure that they're helping this team get better and helping us win. So, Monday we'll be back to a normal practice schedule in the afternoon. Without question, we'll get more on to Oregon State and getting ready for them, and make sure that we're getting guys healthy and we're getting enough speed work, but also. The scout team stuff will come in more at play, where we're getting ready for the opponent and getting looks and going against those guys.
Did you feel like this was a good camp, or does camp kind of continue a little bit into this week? I mean, where do you
I think it was a great camp, and really we're going to move on to getting ready for the next opponent and getting guys fully healthy. It really gave a tale of what the season's going to be about. I told them there's going to be highs and lows, and as good as the defense played last year, it was really bad last week. They were really bad today. And you've got to be able to handle that. You've got to be able to handle people saying things that you don't like because the play wasn't up to par, and you've got to learn from it and put it aside and have a short memory and come out here and work and prove that you can get it done the next week. You've got 12 opportunities to do that. You hope that you play your best in all 12, but in all reality, there's going to be some ebbs and flows and highs and lows, and you've got to try to snap out of it when it happens, not lose your confidence, stay together, play together, but understand that if you're not mentally tough enough to handle those ups and downs, then you're not going to be a productive player. So I think these two scrimmages were definitely great examples. I couldn't have really done it, planned it any better of highs and lows, and how good we think we can be, but yet how bad we can be if we're not on the same page playing hard.